And I know it wasn't announced that Caitlin Clark wouldn't play until right before, but this is a preseason game where Clark is not available, and yet you probably...
Sophie Cunningham responded in true competitive fashion after a hard foul by Mystics rookie Kiki Iriafen that risked injuring the Indiana Fever's newest addition. Rather than retaliating physically, Cunningham let her game do the talking, dropping 21 points as a powerful statement on the court.
This proves there is an agenda against the Indiana Fever. There is an attack.
A preseason game that felt more like a playoff battle, the Indiana Fever revealed a side we rarely saw last season. Grit, unity, and a fearless drive to stand up for one another. Even with Caitlin Clark sidelined due to a lingering left leg issue, the Fever made it clear they're no longer a team to be pushed around. This game marked the birth of a new identity, one where players like Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, and Erica Wheeler showed they won't back down from anyone. In this video, we'll break down the full story, Sophie's fiery response, how the Fever handled the intensity, and the Mystics' post-game reaction. If you're backing Indiana, drop a spicy Sophie in the comments below. Let's dive in.
This is the first time we're witnessing this. They're attacking Sophie Cunningham just like they did Caitlin last year. There is an agenda against this basketball team, and I'm calling it out right now. The league better step in immediately. They better step in immediately. We better not be dealing with what we dealt with last.
What happens when the face of your franchise is forced to watch from the sidelines? For the Indiana Fever, it meant starting their preseason opener against the Washington Mystics without Caitlin Clark. This wasn't just any absence, it marked Clark's first missed game in over 5 years, stretching back through her entire college career at Iowa and into her rookie WNBA season. Head coach Stephanie White made the strategic decision to rest Clark, who reported minor tightness in her left leg. "We need to think long-term," White explained, emphasizing the importance of keeping their star player healthy for a demanding season that includes 4 more games than last year. It was a wise move for the big picture, but in the short term, it left the Fever exposed.
I mean, look, the biggest thing is we got to think long term. Like, we got to make sure that we're not putting Caitlin at risk for injury. We're not putting our team in a position, where we're thinking short term and not long term. It's a long season, 4 more games than last season. So we want to make sure that we're extra cautious and put her health and wellness first and foremost. And honestly, it's been one day at a time. How she's reacted to treatment, how she's reacted to workouts. So positive progress is being made, but we can't.
The first quarter was rough for Indiana. The Fever fell behind early, getting outscored 24-13 as the Mystics took full control. Missed layups, no. Rhythm on offense and a lack of cohesion made the team look completely out of sync. As the deficit quickly grew to 15 points, it left fans wondering if the game was over before it even had a chance to take off.
The team came out very slow, very lethargic, very stuck in the mud, very dragging ass, didn't have energy to them,
Picture this. The Washington Mystics, sensing an opportunity, came out swinging from the opening tip. Their physicality set the tone early, challenging the Fever, testing their toughness, and daring someone to rise in Caitlin Clark's absence. With Clark sidelined, the Mystics smelled blood in the water. For a moment, it looked like they were on track for an easy win against a vulnerable Fever squad.
Stephanie White seemed frustrated. We were down 15. Stephanie White called the timeout, and she must have stuck her foot up her team's ass and said, you see this arena? You see all these fans that came to watch you guys? 12,461 people. They didn't come to watch you guys bullshit. They didn't come to watch you guys drag ass. Let's play some defense and let's get it together all.
Meanwhile, an unexpected hero stepped up. Lexi Hull. Coming off the bench with relentless energy and hustle, she began to shift the momentum. Hull racked up 4 steals, throwing a wrench into Washington's offensive rhythm, and added 13 clutch points to keep Indiana in the fight. Kelsey Mitchell credited her teammate for doing the dirty work, delivering the spark the Fever desperately needed at just the right.
Lexi Hull looked the most confident I've ever seen Lexi Hull look. Lexi Hull looked the most confident I have ever seen Lexi Hull look, putting the ball on the ground, taking it to the rack, shooting threes, middies, turnaround fades. Whether they went in or not, we can get into that another day once the season starts. but the fact that she's confident enough in her game to where she's at least willing to try to do something to make the offense happen, to create points, to create confusion.
Despite early struggles and a daunting double-digit deficit, the Fever displayed something truly impressive: resilience. Instead of using their star player's absence as an excuse, they turned it into motivation. As the game progressed, others stepped up, found their rhythm, and the defense locked in. What once looked like an overwhelming lead slowly began to shrink, proving this team wasn't going down without a fight.
Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull, these two players. Sophie Cunningham gave us 21, Lexi Hull gave us 13. The Blonde Bombers is what they're calling them. We were down 15 in the first half. Why were we down 15? We cut it to within 3.
How did the Fever stay competitive without Caitlin Clark? It wasn't about one player trying to fill her 20-point-per-game void. It was about a team rising together. Unexpected heroes stepped up, playing with heart, grit, and a refusal to be bullied by Washington's physical style. But that physicality would soon backfire. With Indiana starting to find their rhythm in the second quarter, everything shifted. The turning point came with just under 5 minutes left in the first half, when Mystics rookie Kiki Iriafen delivered what could only be described as a body slam on Sophie Cunningham, an act that lit a fire under the Fever.
We have 10,000 people here and a real home court advantage.
That's Sophie Cunningham. There you go. I mean, she's right there saying, don't you do that.
She's wasn't just a hard basketball play, it was something you'd expect to see in a wrestling ring. Sophie Cunningham, who joined the Fever this offseason in a 4-team trade, had been steadily finding her rhythm, playing a key role in chipping away at Washington's lead. She was moving off the ball, creating space, and giving the Mystics defense fits. Then, out of nowhere, came the confrontation that would change everything.
Kiki Iriafen, and I got to tell you, here we go with the smiling like you've done. I don't get it. This is the worst part of the WNBA. I mean, yikes. Kiki, the new Kennedy. A lot of people not happy. Demon Sophie, yeah, she showed up. Look at this. They're celebrating that. Okay. I mean, it's crazy. Here we go again. Here we go again. She's yelling while Kiki's laughing in her face. Never seen a rook have a vet so rat. Another one right here. This was Brittany Sykes, and DeWanna Bonner got involved in this one. She did. Little stink.
Yeah, Sophie's a dog. She just is. She's a competitor. She's versatile, so she allows us to do different things. Like, she plays with such a toughness. She's huge, and she's going to be for us all season long. But what she brings from an energy standpoint, she raises the level of play of everybody around her as soon as she steps foot on the floor. Hell, even on the sideline. I mean, her communication, everything. She's